Changing interval value manually for every keyframe takes forever. And sure, you can hit Ctrl+Shift+P and change the frame rate for the whole project. But what if you want just one character to play on 2s or 3s while still rendering at a smooth 24 frames per second? That's exactly why I made this script. It lets you set a custom interval value for any layer you want. It's free and you can grab it from the description. Here is how to set it up. Go to Edit, Preferences, and set a path for your custom content folder. Then go to File, open Custom Content folder, open Scripts, Menu, Animation, and paste the script right there. Next, hit Alt-Ctrl+Shift+L to reload all scripts. Select your layers, go to Scripts, Animation, Layer Interval, choose your interval value, and hit OK. Now watch. One layer plays smooth and the other has that crunchy anime timing. Now let's see how the script works. The first thing it's gonna do is that it puts your layer inside a group, then it duplicates it, referencing the original layer, then it applies some visibility keyframes and puts it on a cycle, so that the layer goes on and off throughout the animation. Then it duplicates the group, referencing the original one a couple of times. And every time that it duplicates, if you see right here, it moves all the keyframes one frame to the right. See? By the way, you can hit Ctrl+Z to undo the script. See? Now let's talk about its options. If I go to Scripts, Animation, and click on Layer Interval, you can see that the first option is related to visibility keyframes. So there are some situations that your original layer has some visibility keyframes. Let's say on the frame 24, I double click on my layer and turn it off, and then click on OK. Now we have a visibility keyframe right here. Now if I go to Scripts, Animation, and Layer Interval, and click on OK, let me turn the original layer off. You can see here it preserves the visibility keyframes by grouping it before duplicating it. So now if we select the entire group and play the animation, the layer will be off. Now let's hit Ctrl+Z and apply the script, but this time let's uncheck this option and click on OK. As soon as I click on OK, instead of putting it inside a group, it duplicates it right away, overwriting the visibility channel. See? Now if we play the animation, it doesn't preserve any visibility keyframes. See? It just duplicates the layer instead of putting it inside a group. So if the layer that you select doesn't have any visibility keyframes, you can uncheck the first option. Let me hit Ctrl+Z and delete this keyframe. And now let's talk about the second option. Here it says reference original layers when duplicating. So if I check this option and click on OK, you can see that after putting it inside a group, it duplicates it, but at the same time references the original layer. See? It marks this one as the original one. Why this is good? Because now any change that we do to this layer will be applied to the rest of them. So let's say, for example, here, I hit the Z key and move this hand, for example. Let me turn off the original layer. Now as you can see, the same thing will happen to the rest of them. See? Now let me hit Ctrl+Z and again, and we go to Scripts, Animation, and apply Layer Interval. And this time we uncheck Reference Original Layers when duplicating, and we click on OK. Now as you can see, it just duplicates the layers. So if we go to the original layer and try to move this hand, it does not apply it to the rest of the layers. See? So now one hand moves, as you can see, but the rest of them don't. Let me hit Ctrl+Z again, and let's talk about the next option. Here, as you can see, we got a menu. You can define what to do with original layer when the script is done. Right now it says do nothing, but if you want to hide the original layer, you can click on here and choose hide. Now if I click on OK, as you can see, it hides the original layer. Let me hit Ctrl+Z. You can also go to Script, Animation, Layer Interval, and then choose Delete Original Layers. If I choose this option and click on OK, it replaces the result with the original layer. So in case you want to delete it and don't want to keep the original, you can choose the third option in the menu. By the way, in this type of cases, to undo the script, you need to press Ctrl+Z twice. The first time that you hit it, it's going to bring the original back, and the second time is going to delete the result. Now let's go to script again animation and layer interval, I want to choose do nothing. The next option says add intv to the layer's name. So as you can see, every time that we apply the script, the name of the result will be something like this. You can see intv written in the parentheses. If you don't want it, you can uncheck it. And now it will be something like this. See? Right here. Let me hit Ctrl Z, go to script, animation layer interval, and also in the parentheses, you can see the real value that you choose here. If you don't want it, you can uncheck it. So now if we click on OK, the name of the result will be the same as the name of the original one. See? Now both have the same name. Let me hit Ctrl Z. And finally, there is this button here. If you want to restore defaults so that you can have the default settings, you can click on this button. See? Now whether you hit OK or cancel, the next time that you apply the script, you can have the default settings. Let me choose cancel and go back to frame 0. Another thing is, if you have like two different characters, let me put this one right here. There are two ways to apply this script to multiple layers. One way is that you hold down Ctrl or Shift and select all of them, and then you apply the script like this. See? The script goes through every selected layer and applies the interval. Let me hit Ctrl Z. Another way is that you can group the layers that you want, like this, and apply it to the group. See? Like this. So this is another method that you can use this script. Let me hit Ctrl Z and again and again. For when you have a particle system, if we click on this option to turn it on, as you can see, we have this rain here. So if we select it, go to scripts, animation and layer interval, and let's say we choose 3 and click on OK. If I play the animation, you might see some inconsistencies. See? Especially when you do something like this, it's going to ruin the animation somehow. This problem happens only to particle layers, but don't worry. After you render your project, you're going to see your particles at the right time. But as a general solution, sometimes moving the playhead to the first frame and playing the animation might work. See? But not always. By the way, if you change your language to another language, the script supports all languages, so feel free to experience it with your own language. And also, if you use Moho 13, you can also go to script, animation, layer interval, and apply the script. If I play it, you can see that it's on 5 now. I hope you guys enjoyed this script. The video was inspired by one of your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and see you in the next one.